Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. And today on the Doctor Spell Prognosis, we're talking about the spell Water Walk. We're giving this a B. And the only reason I am not giving this a B+ is because wizards are not on the list of available classes. So, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or a comment. All right. So, this is another one of these spells that does hit a lot of the requirements, the check marks, the check boxes, all of that. It's not concentration. It lasts for a pretty good duration, and it's a ritual. So let's go through it. Water Walk is a ritual 3rd level spell that is usable by clerics, druids, rangers, sorcerers, artificers, Circle of the Land Coast druids, and Circle of the Land Swamp druids. Now, I'm not sure why sorcerers and artificers are on this list and not wizards. Wizards, you know, it used to be every spell that a sorcerer could cast, a wizard could cast, and vice versa. And then 5th edition kind of changed that, and it seems kind of arbitrary to me as to why a sorcerer would have this spell and not a wizard, and why a wizard has some spells and not a sorcerer. It seems very arbitrary how they chose that, and doesn't make a lot of sense. But it is what it is, and wizards can't use this spell. It's not available to them, but it is available to a whole bunch of other classes, and this is a super useful spell when you need it. Again, this is one of these spells that when you need it, and it's got one really good feature in it, and we're going to go over that. So it takes 1 action to cast, or a ritual, which means because it's not a wizard spell, these classes have to prepare it first, and then they can cast it as a ritual without taking up a spell slot. So it has to be one of their spell choices. I like that it only takes 1 action. It has a range of 30 feet. I would have liked to see the range to be 60 feet, but 30 feet. 30 feet is 30 feet. It's verbal, somatic, material component, which is a piece of cork, which is worthless, so it lasts for an hour. That's pretty good duration. It's not 8 hours like water breathing, but it is an hour. But as a ritual, if you have this, you could cast it every 50 minutes and keep it going forever. So you just have to be able to cast it every 50 minutes. And you could basically walk across the ocean doing it like that, or run across the ocean. The spell grants the ability to move across any liquid surface, so that's a great thing. It's ritual, it lasts for an hour, and it's any liquid surface, such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava. Snow is not necessarily a liquid surface. I hate to bring science into this, and bring this down on Wizards of the Coast. Snow, not a liquid surface. Quicksand, maybe. And mud, maybe. There's water there. It flows. Snow is more or less a solid. Or lava. And you walk across it as if it were harmless, solid ground. However, there is something in parentheses. Creatures crossing molten lava still take damage from the heat. So they're going to be able to cross it. They won't take the immersion damage as if being immersed in lava, which is horrible. And there really are no set rules for that. You have to really, if you went up to the search feature here in D&D Beyond and put lava in, there's a couple of different rule sets in here for lava. So it's kind of variable, but it's all bad, no matter what. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range gain this ability for the duration. There's another one that's great. So if you cast this every 50 minutes, 50 minutes, the whole party can walk across surfaces forever, essentially, as long as you can cast it. If you target a creature submerged in a liquid, so here's the panic button part of this. If you target creatures submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round. However, remember this spell only has a range of 30 feet. So if you're on the surface and you cast this on a creature, then it has to be 30 feet from you. It has to be only 30 feet down. Now, there is This can only be used against willing creatures, so you cannot use this against unwilling creatures. That is, you can't go into combat and go, hey, bad guy underwater, you now get water walk and you're no longer under the surface while my buddies and I are all water breathing and fighting you. That can't happen. So it has to be a willing creature. But if a creature goes into the water, because this is a one action spell, you can ready this spell to be ready. Like if somebody goes into lava or into acid and you don't want them to stay there, you could ready an action to bring them out very quickly, or you could do it on your next action and get them out very quickly if they themselves cannot get out on their own. So there is that. Now it doesn't really make a distinction between living and dead creatures. So it says creature, and something that's dead is not a creature. Undead are still creatures because they have some kind of life force that's moving them along. So there is that. All right. That is what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.